Hello everyone, DJ32 back here with another review. The one you've been waiting for, the Independence Stacks from Jackson Robinson. And there's a couple different ones to go over. You got your basically unlimited ones and then your limited ones. These are the limited ones. And these we'll talk about in a bit. We'll start with these ones. The front of the box on this one says Continental in silver foil. And it says King's Wild playing cards, company on the bottom, don't tread on me. And it also says here, E pluribus unum, which I'm not really sure what that means, but obviously Latin. Silver foil stars. And you got the eagle, this is an American icon logo, whatever. And lots of embossing all over it. The side, Continental, more foil and embossing. Same with the other side. Top, more the same, foil embossing with Continental underneath the seal. The bottom, KingsWildProject.com. King's Wild info is produced and distributed by them and designed by Jackson Robinson. And it's got a silver foil King's Wild logo, first time I've seen that. And in the back you see the back design, which I'll get into more when you look at the cards. Seal, again custom, it's got the King's Wild logo. And it says 766 out of 3,000. So 767 out of 3,000. The other one, this one represents the colonies in the States during the Independence War. This one represents the crown, the monarchy, the British, I should say. Top says the crown in silver foil. And down there, King's Wild Playing Card Company. And you get this British monarchy symbol. I'm not really sure what it's all about. It does have some Latin stuff on there, but I can't really see all of it because of the symbol is in the way. So I'll just leave it at that. But there's a crown on top, there's some lion. There's a lion there for crown and a unicorn, amongst other things. The side says the crown, lots of embossing in silver foil, same with the other. Same with the top, although you can't see the word the crown. Bottom, same as the other one, except in red. And this one you see the back design again, really nice. Seal, same thing except in red, and this one is 2674 out of 3,000. Not sure why the numbers weren't the same or similar, but whatever. On a flap, you got a snake that shows a bunch of different states. Basically, and it says join or die. Representations of different states. Like there is SC, which would be South Carolina, NC, North Carolina, V, Vermont, M, I guess, Maine or Massachusetts. There's one that I can't see, NJ, New Jersey, NY, New York, and NE, New England. I really don't know. I guess actually those would be the colonies in the States. And they're like a snake. It says join or die. You get a couple of silver foil and blue stars as well. There's some blue on there. And then we get the inside of the box, which is pretty bizarre. It's got the Continental and silver foil on the inside, just like you see on the outside. And it's basically a reverse box. The outside, the inside here, if you take this, open it up, you can actually reverse it. There's a map, as you can see. I can't really tell what it's all about, but it looks like it's got camps and battle stations, and obviously it's probably in the US. There's a King's Wild logo on the other side at the bottom. I don't know if you can tell, but it says, "In God We Trust." Pretty cool, definitely different. Then you get to the cards. You get these diptych, this diptych artwork, Joker, whatever, which is, I'm guessing, Washington. On his horse, Washington, or Lincoln, I'm not really sure. On his horse, leading the battle. I'm not too familiar with American history. My apologies. And there's some kind of a building in the background. One of them has the back design, which has that American eagle symbol on it, just like on the box, but with a little less detail. It doesn't say "Don't tread on me" and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Reminds me a little bit of the Federal 52s. And the other one has a King's Wild information on it. This is designed by Jackson Robinson. Has his autograph on there and whatnot. That's what you get with those. Jokers, you get Lady Liberty in blue with stars. And then the other one is this guy, somebody from the UK. Not sure who he is. With a lion, ready to attack, and it's got red stars. It's a red color. Then we get to the aces. This one says the Continental, Kingswell Playing Card Company on the bottom. You see that same symbol as the back design, lots of stars. Blue in color. Then you get the hearts. You see the hearts and diamonds have this symbol representing a crown in the background that goes for all the decks. Spades and clubs have that symbol representing the states, the colonies. Court cards feature all sorts of different characters. You got Charlotte. Hearts and diamonds represent the crown again. Spades and clubs, the states and colonies. So we got Charlotte. We got Gades. Clinton, not Bill. Adams. Cornwallis. Another Gage, that's the husband and wife duo. Another Adams, that's the John Adams, and I guess that was his wife we saw before. Washington, that's George Washington's wife. And Payne. And George III, which I'm guessing could be the guy on the Joker. And Thomas Jefferson, I suppose that is. And George Washington himself. Number cards, custom, but pips are almost standard, but you got that nice artwork in the background. A dirty, old, worn out look to it, as you can see. Custom pips and everything. It's a very nice deck of cards. Of course, a nice stock, Ericus and Finis, and whatever new stock that they're using. This would be it. That's that. I'll show you the other ones pretty quickly. This one on the flaps, you have this symbol instead of whatever the other one had. And same there. Inside, kind of the same as the other one, except it says the crown and it's red colors. This one, you get the other figure right here, as opposed to the one we saw in the other deck. And the back design, pretty cool. And the ad card. And then number cards and everything are the same. Jokers, court cards are the same color scheme. As you can see, there is one difference. That's the Ace of Spades. This one says the crown on top in red. It's got red on a blue colored pip. And it says Kingswell Playing Card Company. And you got the unicorn, the lion, the crown, and this monarchy type artwork and details. It's pretty cool. And it's the only card in the spades that represents the monarchy. They handle good, they look good, it's pretty interesting. We'll get on with it. So then we got the limited edition. This one came in this nice box with the symbol on it. It's just pretty awesome, and it's got the autograph on it as well. And I believe this was no additional cost. Same with these. These are display decks. Jackson Robinson commissioned for this deck. Basically, most people will buy these decks and they'll put these on their shelf. And they will never, ever open them or touch them. Except for this man, Vito's 842. I open everything. Most people will never touch these. So Jackson Robinson said, I want you to enjoy the cards, I want you to see the cards, I want you to open them. So he created these display decks that you can actually open and display to people and for yourself. They just say Continental and the crown on top, and then display deck on the bottom. They say Continental, oops, I was off screen there, and crown on one side, the other, the top, you see one has stars, one has crowns as well. Bottom, King's Wild info, upside down albeit. And in the back, King's Wild logo. And on the flaps, you can see there's a star and the Monarchy logo. That's it. That's as far as I'm opening them because I'm not. This is how it came. No cellophane, no seals, so that you can open them, but I'm not. Instead, I opened these because this is what I paid. This is what I paid for. This is what I wanted to open. Whoops. So I'll get on with that. First of all, you do have these nice little sleeves with silver embossing. It says the crown and Continental, the autographed. It says it's number 601 out of 1,000. Limited edition on the sides. More artwork, as you can see. On the back as well. Pretty awesome. Just like a little tuck box. Mini decks would be nice. Don't you think? There is a seal that came on there. It says King's Wild. I kept it on there, and it comes in this nice parchment paper. It says the crown. Basically the front is more or less the same as the other one. It's basically the same, slightly darker color, as you can see. So everything on the box is basically the same. Sort of. There's no seal on this one. Darker colors. Bottom, a little bit different, as you can see. It's got same info. It's got two logos. And in the back, I just wanted to show you this. You can see a difference in the back design. The back design overall is the same, but there's a lot more details in this one than there is in this one. He added in the lions and the unicorns. Pretty nice. But this one's got the strangest, most complicated box ever. Because it opens not from the top, not from the side, from the bottom. And you got this nice little thing on the flap. More artwork here. It actually says 601 out of 1,000. Pretty sweet. And it opens up right around like this. And I'll show you. This is the flap. This is freaking ridiculous. It's overcomplicated. But you see, well, I guess it's like a Statue of Liberty or something. It's got the British flag draped over one arm with a sword. And the other deck, you'll see the other side with the American flag. In blue, I suppose. And this is all embossed and very nice. More crowns on here. And the inside, you get the same artwork as the other deck. And in this one, the Diptych Joker, you get this. This is what you see on the flaps. On one side, he's got the British flag, the other side, the American, old American flag. You get the ad card again, and the back design. And then, you get a second set of Diptych Jokers. This time featuring whoever this guy is with the lion. Just like the other deck, and there's a crown in one corner in red and one in blue in the other corner. Court cards, I believe, are overall more or less the same. Maybe some of the artwork is a little bit different. I haven't looked at them that closely, but it's basically the same. Number cards, a new and improved logo in the center, as you can see, featuring the crown and featuring "Don't Tread on Me" on there. Also, you will notice these cards have regular index, and then they have a smaller index in the other corner similar to the deck loads from Paul Carpenter. Aces, some customized pips, as you can see. Which are really nice. I like it. The Ace of Spades, really big, and it says the Crown on top. Kings Rock Point Card Company on the bottom. You get that logo, blue spade pip, lion, a unicorn, all sorts of details. Really massive and really nice. These cards, I'm not 100% sure who printed them. I'm pretty certain it's not the USPC because of the minimum, and since there's only 1,000 of these, 3,000 actually, sorry, wrong box. There's only 1,000, that means it's not USPC. Even if you factor these in, which I'm pretty sure not everyone got, it was only people who ordered like a set or whatever it was. But it's pretty cool. These ones also have a smooth finish, not a embossed or Eric Clapton type finish. The handle mice, they seem like the USPC, but I don't think so because of the minimum amount that they printed. But that's this deck. And personally, I don't like this flap because it's overcomplicated to open it, in my opinion. We'll look at the other one very quickly. Here's the front of the box. It says "Don't Tread on Me," Continental, and Continental, Continental. That back design, which is again a lot nicer or more customized, more stuff going on there than in this one. It's overall the same, but there's more. This is what I thought he was going to do with his Civil War decks. Instead, he just released a limited amount in a really tucked out tuck box, which is a little bit disappointing to me. But hey, I saved some money. Flap, you got the join or die thing, and P, Pennsylvania, I guess. And here we got the other side in blue, as you can see, stars on the flaps. And then you get these guys playing the drums, going to battle, drums and a flute. And then the bottom, again, it says 601 out of 1,000. Well, most people are not going to see this because they're not going to open them, especially since he gave them these ones to open. Okay, so you get this again, except it's in blue. And everything else is the same, basically, except the Ace of Spades. Looks like this. The Continental, Don't Tread on Me, Kings Rock playing cards, really big deluxe spade pit. Number cards, code cards are the same, and then the Jokers, which are different than the other deck again, because they're the diptych Joker, not dipstick. Like we saw in the other one, except it's for this deck and it's the actual Jokers. There's a star at each corner. I like these decks, they're beautiful. They're really nicely done. Nice artwork and everything. I can't find anything really bad to say about them, except for tuck case is really complicated. But that's that. Nice limited. If I had to guess, these are probably made by Legends playing cards, but I'm not entirely sure. Could be USPC, but very slim chance on that. That's what I got. I'll see. And by the way, in case I didn't correctly point out, I've already packaged these up again, but these display decks are exactly 100% identical to these decks except they don't have the nice tricked out box. It's just a plain box. Like I said, the idea is people aren't going to open these, so I gave them a deck that they can actually open and enjoy. But personally, I like opening these. I like seeing those different, interesting tuck boxes, and I like seeing the artwork on the boxes. And personally, I disagree with this. I didn't pay for these. I didn't order them. I appreciate getting them, and I'm sure a lot of people appreciate getting them. But in my honest opinion, if you're gonna buy a deck of cards, open it or sell it. There's no point keeping decks collecting dust that you're never gonna open. You're never gonna enjoy the beauty of them and the artwork within them. And this is part of the reason why I gave these, but still, it makes the point of buying these mute. Not mute, but it basically doesn't give you much of a reason to buy these if you're not going to open them. That's what I'm trying to say. So buy them, open them, enjoy them. Enough said.